Sheila, go home.
No, she can stay.
Sheila.
I said she can stay. So, all right. I didn't tell you Colin was standing. I'm sorry. It didn't seem of any great moment. You won't get there. You get 65 votes. I'm sorry, though. All right, I've apologized. And what else? Is that all? Can I sit down now and eat my supper? I've got work to do afterwards.
Where's he getting the money from?
What money?
For the election, posters, halls, deposit. He's living on Social Security.
How should I know?
But he's not getting it from you. You're not giving him money. It's not our money.
Is that what you're worrying about?
Is it our money?
No!
He's not getting it from the people you work for.
He's getting a little from the trust.
Oh, so you do know that?
Well, it's not my idea. In fact, I've consistently opposed it.
No, but you said you didn't know, but you do know. Why did you say you didn't know?
David, I am not going to be cross-examined like this.
Please!
It's the first time you've ever lied to me.
Please, please!
Listen, David, not once have I ever done or said anything that could possibly be disloyal. I mean, not once. This is ridiculous. I hate the man. I have always hated him. That's all I've ever concealed from you.
You hate the scheme, too.
All right. I'll tell you what I think about the scheme. I've never said this to anyone, and I'll never say it again, but if you want to know, I'll tell you. I think those towers of yours are 2 giant tombstones.
Tombstones?
One for each of us. So now I've said it.
Yeah, now you said it.
So now you're happy. And don't start snivelling now, Sheila. The row's over.
Tombstones. It was a coincidence, of course. She'd never heard him use the phrase before. She was certain of that. All the same, she wouldn't go and see him again.
Hello? Hello?
Where are you? I've been waiting in all morning.
She wouldn't take the children over on Saturday.
Can you hear me, Jane? I said, where were you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't come.
She should have gone and told him. She shouldn't have waited for him to go out to a phone box and ring her.
Why, is David making difficulties?
I just couldn't.
He's there now, is he?
No reason not to go and tell him. I certainly wasn't stopping him.
I said, he's there now, is he?
I heard you.
Well, tell him we had a torchlight procession last night. Tell him there were 5,000 people marching down Basuto Road from all over London, Jane. All singing. It was like the end of the war. I was singing, Jane. You wouldn't have recognized me.
I'm sorry about the children. I can't bring them anymore. You'll have to make some arrangement with Sheila.
I thought of going to see him myself. I don't know what I thought I was going to say. I suppose I thought I'd be very generous and understanding, tell him they were both perfectly free to do whatever they could to stop the scheme. We didn't all have to hate each other. I certainly didn't hate him, something along those lines. Made some contact. It would have been a ridiculous scene. Perhaps I should have gone, though. If I'd gone to him, he wouldn't have come to us. Things might have turned out quite differently. South London might have had another skyline altogether.
What are you doing here?
He wants to see Matt and Lizzie.
Where are they?
Upstairs.
Where's Sheila?
Upstairs. They're all upstairs. She lives in rather a state.
You shouldn't have come here, Colin.
What else could he do?
Student invited him in.
I didn't invite him, and he walked in. He was here when I got back.
You have to start locking that door. You can't just walk in here now, Colin. Things have changed. All I can do is make trouble. Get him out of here, will you, David? I'm going to see Sheila.
Jane, I can't put him out. He's not a cat.
Well, I don't want him here. I don't want him in my house.
Colin, I'm sorry. She's right, though. Things have changed. We can't just sit round the table together again now. Colin, look. I don't know how to say this. I know you resent me. I know things haven't always gone that well for you in the last few years. I know I've had a certain amount of luck in life. Colin, what can I do? I can't apologize for being lucky. And I've worked for that luck. And all right, I like my work. But that's not even true, you see. Most of it I don't like. I don't like it any more than you ever liked yours. Because most of it isn't work, it's fighting. And I'm not a fighter. You know that. You're a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I hate fighting. Look, I'm trying to make peace.
I told you to get him out of here.
Jane, listen.
Do I have to do it?
He won't go until he's arranged something about the children.
Well, Sheila won't come down until he's gone.
And he won't go until he's seen Sheila.
David, I don't understand. Why are you taking his side?
Why am I taking his side? I am not taking his side. I am not the one who paid him money to wreck my work. I am not the one who kept sneaking off for little chats and then came back and announced I was turning London into a graveyard.
David, once and for all, I did not give him money. I did not discuss your work with him. Ask him if you don't believe me. He's your friend. Ask him, ask him.
Me taking his side? My God!
Ask him, ask him, ask him!
Shut up, both of you, shut up! The children are crying. Do you see what you've done? Fight him, he's the one, he's the destroyer. Look at him sitting there grinning with pleasure at his handiwork. That's all he can do, smash and cheer.
Sheila, go back upstairs.
It's not laughter, you don't know how to laugh, you don't know what laughter's for.
Sheila, get out of here. Out, out, out!
And don't start on her.
Don't start on her. She's the cause of it all.
Sheila, what do you mean she's the cause of it all?
She's in love with you.
Oh, God.
You shouldn't have said that.
In his face, though, Sheila, in his face.
You shouldn't have said that.
No, no. I suppose Jane knew all along, did she?
I'm sorry.
Not very clever, am I? Though I don't quite know what I could have done.
You've been so kind to me.
It's not much use to anyone.
I'll get the children.
You don't have to go, do you? You don't have to go. It doesn't change anything. I mean, you can go on working, I'll go on working.
Always so kind.
But you burnt your hands.
Sorry.
Something in his face, though, Sheila. I can't understand how you could do that. I don't know anything about anybody, do I?
I'm going to see to the children.
Yes,
It was worth a few votes, anyway. A mask of surgical dressing and stories in all the papers. Ban the Towers Colin in mystery attack. And when polling day came, the outraged electorate rose as one man. Or, to be precise, as 173 men. Colin Molyneux independent, 173 votes. 173. I wonder what I'd have got without the bandages. Poor David, though. My face was painful enough for him. My lost deposit must have been almost more than he could bear.
Yeah, don't worry about Colin. He's all right. I saw him again today. Don't worry about the children. They know people have fights. And don't worry about Jane and I, because we're fine. We're going to go away for a few days together. Doesn't matter if the scheme's a bit late. We know where we stand now. 173 votes, huh? Poor Colin. I'll go over and see him again tomorrow. I'll take the children over. But don't worry, Sheila.
He'd stand there on the doorstep with my two children held out in front of him like a couple of placatory bottles of wine. He smiled a lot of concerned smiles. Reminded me of some occasion he'd found very affecting when I'd worn a flower in my buttonhole but apparently forgotten my shoes and socks. He was like a dog wanting to be taken in and loved. He gave up in the end, though. Sick visiting, child ferrying. It all stopped the day the scheme stopped.
Stopped?
They rang him this morning. Didn't he tell you?
I knew it. I knew it. This was the housing committee last night.
Apparently the ministry had rejected the revised estimates.